The war on Bitcoin privacy. Cracking down on Bitcoin privacy developers. Imagine building a tool to help protect financial freedom, only to be hunted, arrested, and possibly imprisoned for it. That's not science fiction. That's what's happening right now to Bitcoin privacy developers. Governments around the world are turning up the heat. Their target, tools like CoinJoin, people like the developers of Wasabi Wallet, platforms like Samourai. And now Ashigaru, the latest casualty in this war on privacy. If you thought Bitcoin was anonymous, think again. And if you thought governments would just sit back and let you transact privately, you're about to get a harsh wake-up call. Let's dig into the war on Bitcoin privacy, why it's happening, who it's targeting, and what it means for the future of your financial freedom. Welcome to the Cybernetic Warfare Frontlines, where we break down digital conflicts that shape our future. Today's battle is about more than just code. It's about the right to remain financially private in a world that's watching everything. From CoinJoin to Ashigaru, from anonymous developers to public takedowns, the battlefield is heating up fast. So stick with us, we're going deep. For years, Bitcoin was promoted as anonymous money. But here's the reality. Bitcoin is pseudonymous, not anonymous. Every transaction is public, time-stamped, and recorded on the blockchain forever. That means anyone, from governments to blockchain analytics firms, can trace your transactions. Enter privacy tools like CoinJoin. CoinJoin is a method of mixing transactions from multiple users to obscure the origin and destination of funds. It's not money laundering. It's privacy tech. But to regulators, it's dangerous. Why? Because it disrupts the surveillance economy. That surveillance economy is massive. Chainalysis, Elliptic, Terram Labs. These firms are paid millions to trace crypto movements for governments and law enforcement. If privacy tools make that job harder, you can bet there'll be a crackdown. And that crackdown has begun, aggressively. Let's rewind to a few major moments. August 2022. The US Treasury sanctions Tornado Cash, an Ethereum-based privacy tool. Not a company, not a person, but a smart contract. Code itself was blacklisted. One of the developers, Alexei Pertsev, was arrested in the Netherlands and held without trial for months. Then the target moved to Bitcoin. In 2023, authorities arrested two developers behind Samourai Wallet, Keane Rodriguez and William Hill, charging them with conspiracy to commit money laundering. Their crime? Creating software that allowed users to mix coins through CoinJoin. The indictment was chilling. It framed open-source development as criminal activity. This wasn't about profit. These weren't dark web drug lords. These were coders, building tools. And now enter Ashigaru. Ashigaru isn't a company. It's not a protocol like Tornado Cash. It's a pseudonymous developer, one of many who contributed to privacy tools like Wasabi Wallet and other CoinJoin implementations. And as of mid-2025, Ashigaru has reportedly been arrested by authorities in Japan at the request of international agencies. The charge? Enabling financial privacy through non-custodial wallet development and transaction obfuscation. Let that sink in. Ashigaru didn't steal funds, didn't launder money, didn't hack a bank. He built tools, like the kind of tools you or I could find on GitHub. But the very act of publishing privacy-preserving code is now seen as a threat. What's even more alarming is that Ashigaru wasn't running a mixing service. He contributed code to open-source projects that others ran independently. If writing code is now criminal, where does it stop? Are cryptographic libraries next? Are VPN providers next? How about Tor developers? Let's take a closer look at CoinJoin. First developed by Gregory Maxwell, a respected Bitcoin core developer, CoinJoin has been around for years. It's legal. It doesn't custody your funds. It simply allows multiple users to combine transactions so no one can tell who paid whom. There are multiple implementations of CoinJoin. Wasabi Wallet uses a centralized coordinator, but all transactions are signed by users. Samourai Wallet uses a variant called Whirlpool. Join Market is decentralized, matching participants peer-to-peer. All three were designed to preserve Bitcoin's original ethos, freedom from surveillance. But regulators see it differently. To them, CoinJoin equals obfuscation, and obfuscation equals suspicion. Chainalysis has called CoinJoin a preferred tool of criminals. But in reality, the vast majority of CoinJoin users are not criminals. They're privacy advocates. Journalists, activists, whistleblowers, ordinary people who don't want their entire financial life visible to the world. Yet this nuance is lost on regulators. The case against Samourai Wallet explicitly cited the use of CoinJoin as inherently suspicious. And now, with Ashigaru in custody, Authorities may have the source code in hand. They may try to link commits, emails, even Bitcoin addresses. And remember, CoinJoin doesn't touch fiat. It's all on-chain, non-custodial. Yet developers are being targeted like cartel kingpins. So why the sudden escalation? There are three main reasons. First, governments are preparing for central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. These programmable, traceable currencies will likely eliminate physical cash. That means the last truly anonymous form of money is going away. Bitcoin privacy tools are seen as the final roadblock to total financial visibility. Second, the rise of ransomware. High-profile attacks, Colonial Pipeline, JBS, and more have used Bitcoin for payment. While Bitcoin is traceable, ransomware groups often try to use mixing services to hide their tracks. That's led to pressure on regulators to do something about crypto privacy. Third, control. Financial surveillance is power. If governments can see where you spend, how you earn, and what you save, they control you. Privacy tech breaks that power dynamic, so privacy tools like CoinJoin are painted as threats to national security. And in wartime, threats are neutralized. The arrest of Ashigaru could be a turning point. For years, developers operated under the assumption that code is speech, a concept protected under U.S. law and international agreements. But with Tornado Cash, Samourai, and now Ashigaru, we're seeing that speech criminalized. This sets a dangerous precedent. Because if writing privacy code is criminal, then no developer is safe. This isn't just about Bitcoin. This is about the right to write open source software, the right to financial privacy, the right to remain unobserved in a world obsessed with surveillance. If developers are afraid to build privacy tools, who's left to defend our digital autonomy? The real criminals aren't the ones writing code. The real crime is a world where privacy is considered suspicious, where the presumption of innocence is flipped on its head. The war on Bitcoin privacy is just beginning. Ashigaru is the latest casualty, but he won't be the last. We're entering a world where freedom is being redefined, where transparency is demanded of citizens, but secrecy is hoarded by the state, where you have to justify why you want privacy, as if that in itself is suspicious. But privacy is not a crime, it's a right. So what can you do? Use privacy tools, support developers, speak out when code is criminalized, educate others, and stay informed. Because if we lose financial privacy, we lose much more than convenience. We lose the ability to dissent, to resist, to live freely. Bitcoin's true potential is not price. It's not speculation. It's liberation. And that liberation starts with privacy. If you value your freedom, don't let this story disappear. Share this video. Subscribe to Cybernetic Warfare Frontlines for in-depth analysis of digital conflict. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss future episodes. We're diving deep into the surveillance economy, the rise of CBDCs, and the future of anonymous communication. And tell us in the comments, is privacy still a right, or has it become a rebellion? Stand your ground. Encrypt everything. This is Cybernetic Warfare Frontlines, and the war has only just begun.